Hey, what's up, guys? ViveLaCrypto here. Long live cryptocurrencies. And wow, a lot of information came out today, and I'm super late to the party. I was at work like pretty much the whole day, and I'm just scrolling through my phone, looking at it, and Electroneum is dropping news after news. I'm just like, damn. I really wish I could make a video, but I'm kind of glad I didn't because when I came home, I did some more research, and I found a lot of interesting information. And I'm also going to go a little bit more in depth with the Effortel news release that Electroneum just dropped not long ago. Um, so yeah, let's just get it right into it. But before that, I want to first thank you guys so much because we finally hit 200 subscribers. This is big. I could not do this without you, and I do these videos for you guys and for Electroneum as a community, sorry, to help us understand and use cryptocurrencies, but Electroneum specifically, how to use it and how to understand it. So once again, guys, thank you so much for the 200 subscribes. Yeah, let's just jump right into this video then. All right, so the first thing I want to do is actually check how we're doing on CoinMarketCap, and we are doing really well. We are ranked number 45 on the list, and we are selling at about six cents, really close to 7 cents, and we have around 5 billion electronium in circulation. Our max supply obviously still being 21 million or 21 billion. And if we take a look at our exponential moving average here, we see that right now is a perfect time to be buying. Now, I am not telling you guys to buy. This is just my own opinion. In no way, shape, or form am I a professional financial, analytics person. But if we look at the trend and we look at our exponential moving averages, currently it's guiding us and indicating that it is a good time to buy. And definitely the Electroneum price has consolidated. It is really strong right now. It hasn't fluctuated too much. There's not a crazy amount of volatility, which is perfect because if we can consolidate at around this price, then we know that it's only uphill from here, which is really nice to see. All right. So let's get into the first article that Electroneum dropped. So in the first Electroneum news release, they're pretty much just giving us a heads up, just like an update about what's going on with Electroneum, and how things have been going so far. So we'll just quickly go through this article or this news release. Sorry. So it says, "Hi everyone. Wow, that was a stressful relaunch. We have a few teething problems we're still working through, but what we have achieved is completely groundbreaking. In the first live day of Electroneum trading, we saw 40,899 completed blockchain transactions via our systems, and this does not include the blockchain transactions that were carried out on the command line by technical miners." So if you are a technical miner, you know what this is. For those who don't, you are able to do transactions through the command line, which is it looks like that the black, it looks like it's like someone's hacking, right? It's like a crazy command line. I'll just open it up quickly, actually. You know what? Command prompt. This is the command line, right? It looks like, wow, it looks daunting, looks very scary. But you are able to do transactions through that, which is a little bit more tech savvy, but that's just what they're telling us. Also, if we keep going, it says 40,000. To put that in perspective, Monroe's largest transactional day in their history was 11,000. So this is huge. This is almost quadruple the amount of Monroe's largest transactional day in their history. So very positive, very good news on that. If we keep going, we had over 45 million US dollar of ETN traded on Cryptopia in the first 36 hours, more than the entire ICO event. Now, just to quickly go through what was going on with the Cryptopia, because a lot of people were having troubles selling or purchasing ETN, and that was essentially because Cryptopia only had a certain amount of coins in their database, and they weren't able to complete all the transactions, so there was way too much demand and not enough coins for them to exchange. So the first 24 hours saw a total of that's a huge number. Oh my god. what is that, 690,792,000, whatever, Electroneum transferred with the app and website with a total of just $430 in fees, which is really cheap, which is really nice. And as I type this now, we know that it's at 7%. We are still experiencing some network difficulties at Amazon, where the system architect is located. Amazon and our team are working on this currently. They also tell us that there is 600 accounts that have been locked, and it's just because of suspected malicious activity. And then, yeah, so people with locked accounts, they're trying to be dealt with as quickly as possible and resolve those issues. And they have also successfully delivered 160,000 messages and emails in their first 24 hours, which is enormous. That's a lot of people. And then for those missing, please check the whitelist folder. And what else? Oh yeah, okay. And then thanks for your patience whilst we work hard to solve these technical issues and account issues for those affected. Also, huge thank you to all the people who took place in the crowd sale and have enabled us to launch this exciting new cryptocurrency. By the way, check our fantastic limited edition coins. We'll be talking about these later. And these coins are pretty sweet. Now, I don't know if this is lighting, but this looks like it's gold, or maybe it's just silver, just the way it's hitting it. And then they have, obviously, the silver ones. These are really cool. They look very nice. Electroneum ICOs. I definitely got to get my hands on a couple of these. But I think what stood out the most out of all of this information that they just bombarded us with was actually a comment. And the first comment here by Bradley, shouts out to Bradley for making the comment, says, I still can't mine on my phone. That is one reason why I signed up. And Electroneum replied saying January per Tuesday's update. Wow, so they're pretty much essentially just giving us a good time frame when to expect the app miner to be available and up and running. So we are looking at January per Tuesday's update. I'm not too sure what that means. If anyone knows or has a suggestion, please leave a comment in the comment section below. But yeah, we can expect January for the miner to be available. That's very, very exciting. That was actually that's very soon. It's coming up. Like, it's gonna be here before we know it. But yeah, so that's that. Going on to the next news is this new news right here. Well, the newer news from talking about Effortel. Okay, so we'll just quickly go through with this again also, and then I'll break it down exactly what they mean, because this can be very, very confusing, and especially if you aren't familiar with some of these acronyms or what these things are, it's very daunting to read, and a lot of people are just like, what does this mean for Electroneum, and what's the future for it? So let's just quickly go through with this. So they say, hi all, quick update on our routes to market for growing the Electroneum brand into 2018. For mobile operators, Electroneum delivers great potential to create substantial viral growth across global networks, creating new revenue streams to boost ARPU and market growth. Okay, so the first is ARPU, and what that really stands for is the average revenue per user, or the average revenue per unit. So what that really means is how much money or revenue a company can make in a certain time, and how many customers are using it. So, for example, and it's a simple division, sorry. It's like you would do the revenue per time unit and then divide that by the amount of users using it. So now I'll do an example. If you have, let's say you have like a telecommunications company or something, whatever. You have a company and you have $1,000 in revenue each month, and you have 100 users who pay to use your communications networks or whatever, right? So the $1,000 in revenue gets divided by the 100 users that use it. So that would mean that each user would technically pay about $10 a month, and then that would give you, $1,000 in revenue. Now, what this is used for is for companies to see not only how they're currently doing in that month or in that time slot, but how successful they can be. So if a company comes at you with or if they come at you with a new proposal to increase the revenue, they would use an ARPU method to ARPU method, to show investors and others how successful the company can be, like its potential. All right. I hope that broke that down a little bit there for you. And we'll continue. If you guys have any questions at all, please leave them in the comment section. I will respond. But yeah, let's get going. And at the time of writing this, we have at least 4 MOUs, memorandums of understanding, signed, and more in the pipeline. One of which is now ready for announcement. Effortel. What? That's crazy. That is actually a very, very big and exciting information that they pretty much just bombarded us with. So first thing, MOUs, memorandum of understandings. What they are essentially is an agreement before an agreement. So when a contract is created between 2 parties or more, in this case it would be Electroneum and Effortel. They agree and they have certain requirements that they need to meet, right, before they actually finalize it and create the contract and finalize it. So I know it's kind of confusing. So pretty much the final contract says it lays out like an entailment for what the company expected from one another. But this memorandum of understanding is pretty much just a prerequisite, something that comes before, being like, okay, here's what we're going to entail. If we can work on this, then we can start to finalize that agreement and then sign the contracts. So the first one they have is with Effortel, which is really good. And who Effortel is, we'll find out. But yeah, let's just keep going. So, okay, well, here it is. Effortel is a Tier 1 mobile virtual network enabler, an MVNE. Headquartered in Brussels, Belgium, Effortel develops, deploys, and runs MVNOs, which are mobile virtual network operators for large non-telecommunication companies such as retail chains, post companies, ISPs, and banks. Carrefour, Total, Equity Bank, Israel Post, and mobile operations like Vodafone, Italy, and Globe are among Effortel's MVNO clients. So they're just pretty much listing who they work for and all that, right? It's very impressive. Carrefour, Total, Equity Bank, these are all very, very big names. And yeah. So Effortel provides full autonomous enablement stack for its MVNOs, including signaling, OCS in full suite of OSS and BSS and managed services. Now these are just different services that they offer with the MVNOs, sorry. But yeah, okay. So before we move on, actually, Effortel also runs its own MVNOs and thus, differently from other vendors, has deep expertise in the business aspects of MVNOs. Okay, wow, that was a lot to take in, and they threw, acronyms left and right at us. So understanding this can be a little bit tricky, but let's just break it down and get this and make it a little bit clearer for us, okay? So Effortel is a Tier 1 mobile virtual network enabler, MVNE for short, okay? Now, before we talk about what a mobile virtual network enabler does, we'll first have to understand what mobile virtual network operators are and what they do. So essentially, what MVNOs do is they're a reseller for wireless companies, right? So the MVNO would be like a separate owned company, and they'd go up to the big dogs like AT&T and T-Mobile and be like, hey, we want to purchase a certain amount, or they want to purchase minutes from you guys at wholesale price, and then because AT&T and T-Mobile have so much capacity that if they don't sell it to resellers, they could essentially be taking or losing some profit through the years, right? So they sell it to MVNOs to make a small profit off of it, right? Or else it's just unused. So the MVNO comes and they take and they use or they lease some of these wireless capabilities, and they don't have to pay the huge licensing fees, the radio frequency licensing fees, or they don't have to pay any infrastructure fees, right, to keep this the company structured and it working for everyone. So they're able to just purchase the wireless capabilities for a wholesale price and then put all of their money aggressively into marketing and branding. So that is what they do. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of MVNOs. Even in wherever you are, there are certainly MVNOs working in your country. So yeah, I hope that helps out a little bit. They're essentially just like the little guys that that just resell the bigger guys' networks, right? Their wireless capabilities. So yeah, so that's what MVOs do. So what a mobile virtual network enabler does, it's a little bit different. Okay, then we're gonna get into that right now. Okay, so what the MVNE does is they essentially provide the infrastructure and services needed for the MVNOs to do their job. Um, so the MVNOs typically would work with the customers themselves, right? They would deal with the clients or customers or whoever, um, and they would do the marketing and all that. And the enablers would do like the back end stuff, so the infrastructure, making sure it's strong, and it's secure, and they'd also do the services and stuff. So all the back end stuff, the enabler is the person at task, right? They would be doing that stuff. Um, so yeah, so the MVNOs would come to the enablers and be like, hey, we need to do some tweaking. Can you help us out? And they would do it. So I think Effortel, if we go to their site, yeah, they were awarded the best MVNE, the Mobile Virtual Network Enabler of 2017. And if we go to their services, and there's a great little paragraph here that describes exactly what they do. So clients essentially come to us at all phases of the MVNO lifecycle. For some, launching an MVNO is more a wish than a defined project plan. Others have got further along but still need to tweak the business plan or nail down service categories and pricing structures. So fully operational MVNO clients are typically looking to improve their efficiency. In some cases, they have had a less than satisfactory experience with their technology platform and are seeking to to a totally reliable one. So yeah, so the MVNOs would go to these guys and they'd pretty much just nail down everything for them: the pricing, the structure. They are crucial. They are essential. They are very critical in the success of an MVNO. Now there's also, where am I? There I am. Now there's also MVNAs. These are the aggregators, but we don't need to know what they do or what they are. So it's not needed right now. So let's just keep going. Where were we? Not to the yeah. Okay. So they have Care for. These are the people that they work with. And then Effortel provides full autonomous enabling stack for its MVNOs. So the MVNOs, they have full autonomous power, pretty much, to do what they want with with Effortel, right? They have that power, which is great for MVNOs. And then they have the OCS, the INS full suite of OSS and BSS. Now the OSS is the operational support system, which is pretty much the internal system of the company, right? That monitors, controls, and like analyzes all the network activity that is being done. And the BSS is the business support system, which essentially is they gear their stuff towards their customers. So like their marketing and their advertising would be operational components or business components, sorry, that is geared towards the customers. Now I hope this is making sense. And if it's not, that's totally okay too. You really don't need to know much about this for Electroneum anyways. But this is just a nice little breakdown for those who really want to know what Electroneum, what this really means for Electroneum in the future. So we'll just continue on, and then I'll break down what it really means. So Effortel's unique turnkey MVNE solution is cloud-based and is hosted in Brussels, and then they have about 5 million subscribers from different countries or cities, countries. And then we'll be releasing more details of Electroneum's upcoming partnerships over the coming weeks. So that was the the MOU, sorry, that they have currently in progress, I would say. This was just the first one that they're announcing. Thanks to all the believers. We are totally buoyed by your unwavering support. We appreciate you and your understanding for our long-term strategy and how much importance we are placing on creating truly robust and meaningful strategy for growth. Have a great weekend. Okay, so what does this mean for Electroneum and people who are, people like us who are believers in Electroneum and what its future plans are and what the strategy is going to be. So the first thing I wanted to really talk about is this is a great foundation for Electroneum. Of course, they are not able to already gain the attraction of MNOs of the mobile carriers like AT&T or Vodafone or stuff like that. They simply don't have that power, nor are they that mass adopted. So they're starting off with MVNOs and MVNEs clearly. So that will start the introduction. So in the future, maybe if we go down the line, maybe it would be like you can pay once they do, if they get that contract with AT&T or T-Mobile, maybe you could use Electroneum to pay off like your credit card bill or something like that, right? So that's way down the line, and that's what I would believe the strategy is. But currently, right now, it's just to lay the foundations. It's just to lay down a solid plan to work your way up. You gotta progress, right? You can't just jump to that. You gotta work your way up. So Effortel being one of the first announcements, I can't wait to see what the other announcements are, because Effortel is very it's a shocker to me, and it just shows us that Electroneum is working hard, and they're pushing for it, and they have a long-term goal, and they have a long-term vision for Electroneum. So yeah, this is definitely great news. Once again, I hope this all makes sense. If not, please leave a comment in the comment section below. I can't wait to see what's in store next for Electroneum. Yeah, keep collecting, keep mining, keep buying right now. I would I'm going to. I can't again, I can't give advice. I'm going to be buying some more Electroneum for sure. And it's great to note that Electroneum has a long-term goal and a long-term plan, and they are in it, and we are in it as a community. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I really hope this video helped you get a little bit more of an understanding about what Effortel, who they are, and how they're going to be a huge asset for Electroneum. And oh yeah, and also the app mining is going to be available in January. Wow, my mind is actually blown. I can't wait for that. Honestly, I'm so excited. I'm going to have trouble sleeping. But yeah, if you guys have any questions at all, please leave a comment in the comment section below. If you guys like what you're watching, if you want me to keep producing this kind of content, please subscribe to my channel. Let me know what else I should make. If there's a certain video you want me to do, please just let me know. Leave a comment again. And yeah, cannot wait to see what is in stores next for Electroneum. Things are looking very positive right now. Can't wait and see. Alright, so get back to the mining, keep collecting the Electroneum holding, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take it easy.